Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 24th of November. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Nickel Mines, Satire, Suncorp, Karoon Energy and Ansel. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you're getting our free newsletter every Thursday, but my stock tips actually come out every Tuesday in the Dynamic Investor Report. So make sure you have subscribed to that report. But if you do enjoy these videos, please share them on social media or even leave us a review. Our main business is in portfolio management. So if you'd like to have a trading account with me and have me help you with the buying and the selling, then please let me know. And all the advice here is general only. So this is the daily chart of NIC. First thing that was very obvious was this big move at the end of, the beginning of March, big outside day. So that was clearly a sell signal. If I zoomed out a bit more, we could see that it ran up into this event. So that was, you need to treat those things as a sell signal. Looking at it more recently, it has been moving up nicely since that low in October. We're still in an overall downtrend though. This little move here suggests a bit more upside in the short term. So after a nice steady increase, just gave us a little consolidation and gapped up yesterday. So it looks like it should head higher. I think this peak here at $1 is fairly key. If we're looking at the lower highs and the lower lows, it'd be nice to see it make a higher high by pushing through $1, and then it would be a bit more positive. Okay, Satire. So, I mean, this one's been a good trading stock the last few months. I've covered it, I think, once before in a video here and in my Dynamic Investor Report a couple of times. So we've had this sort of rounded bottom here, cup and handle, sort of break out the buy. Then you had this flat consolidation, another sort of buy opportunity here. Here was the eventual breakout, massive rally, and then we could see it's just been making. So basically, at this point here, you've got to look for the, you've got to look for these higher lows and use that as your guide when to sell. So stay with the trend as long as it's making these higher lows. But then we could see here it broke under this low from the 4th of November. So this sort of price action here should have been the sign that, look, the uptrend is faltering, and yeah, it looks like it was going to struggle to head higher. And then obviously this gap down here is a big negative, and that's on volume as well. So the uptrend's over, and it looks like this one should just continue to head lower for the time being. All right, Suncorp. So if we just zoom out a bit, we could just see that just been trading in this huge range. The daily ranges are quite large, and there's no trend. So to me, this isn't the sort of stock that you want to muck around with. It's just not going to do much for you. At the moment, it's at the top of the range. It's pretty clear, and then it sold off sharply, so not a good sign. I mean, I'd be tempted to get rid of it here at the top of the range, given this rejection. I mean, it could consolidate sideways here and then break through. You could always get back in slightly higher, but just given the way it's reacted before, there's a risk that it does fall back down. Okay, Karoon. So if we have a look at sort of trend up here, pull back to the top. I mean, in trying to figure out what this pattern is, I mean, you could assume it's a bit of a cup and handle, but I just don't like this sharp move at the end of September, so it makes it a bit difficult. And there are a lot of sort of sharp down moves along the way, so not the smoothest of trends. But it is back to the old highs, so it'd be interesting to see what it does here. I mean, you're within sort of cents of the old high. I mean, I'd be tempted to, potentially take a profit here and then just see what it does. If it, again, consolidates, breaks to a new high, you get back in and you've only sort of missed out on a few cents, but it may well come back sharply just as it has done previously. So yeah, very interesting to see what the next few days holds. Okay, and finally Ansel. So we've had this downtrend here, but this formation here to me looks like an inverse head and shoulders, so a massive bottoming formation. So you've got sort of left shoulder, head, right shoulder, a breakthrough of the that major resistance line at the end of October. It didn't sort of kick on massively, but what it's done is it's just come back to congest. Yes, it's a little, it's been a little bit under that line, but sort of thereabouts. I mean, you can sort of draw your lines in a few different spots, really. It's a bit subjective, but ultimately, looking at what it's done here, I think this is very encouraging. So it's coming back to retest. The ranges are tightening up, and it's starting to curve out this way. So to me, it looks like, and we could see the volume getting lower as well, which is good. So to me, it looks like it's very close to a break. So in other words, if it starts trading up here pretty quickly in the next few days, I'd say that that's an upside break and you'd get a decent move. So I think this is one worth keeping an eye on. Okay, well that's all for this week. If you have a request, send it through. I'll try to cover it next Thursday for you.